Welcome to the Recon Trader. In today's video, I will share with you a profit update for my CoinRule crypto trading bot that I deployed about 30 days ago, and it was actually utilizing a Tradingview strategy that I created using Tradingview's PineScript editor, and therefore I was only looking for the bot to trade when it received alerts from Tradingview to buy or sell, and so far that script is working and the alerts are being triggered on CoinRule and it is executing buys and sells. But before we get too far into the weeds, if you're not familiar with CoinRule, it is basically a platform that allows you to develop your own rule-based trading strategies and deploy them on an exchange like Binance, for instance. And so with that being said, you don't send any money to CoinRule. All your money stays in your exchange account. They basically just send buy or sell orders on your behalf, and therefore your money is as secure as it can be when being held on an exchange. And the Tradingview alert strategy can be run under the demo mode on the free starter. You cannot run it as a live rule, so you can only really paper trade it and test it out. Now, if you want to deploy the bot to live fire, you'll need to step up to the trader plan for $59 a month, and that will actually get you 15 live rules, 15 demo rules, and you can actually deploy the bot we'll be reviewing today to live fire and get those buy or sell alerts from Tradingview in order to execute those trades. Now, if you missed out on the configuration video for this particular bot we'll be reviewing the profit for today, it is basically a bot that will buy when an EMA crosses another EMA towards the upside. It enters a buy, and when that shorter term EMA crosses down below the longer term EMA, it will send a sell order. And this strategy also requires the RSI to be above a certain level in order to execute either the buy or the sell side. Now, I actually created this strategy in the Pine editor for Tradingview, which you find the tab down here at the bottom of the screen. And if we pop up this screen for the Pine editor, you can see the code, and it's my Recon EMA cross RSI 40. And I did create a video on how to actually write this code, and I will drop a link to that in the description down below. But it's also a good idea to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss these future videos, as I will be creating more strategies through the Pine editor in the future. And so basically this strategy looks for the fast EMA to cross over the slow EMA, and the strategy does require the RSI to be above a certain level that the user can select, and the default is 40. Now, if we jump over to the strategy tester, that will show you the results for this particular strategy over a given period of time. And the net profit for this strategy all time would have been 2,400% basically. So this bot is performing about 600% better than a buy and hold. Now, the max drawdown is 27%, and that is typically considered acceptable in the trading industry. And the win rate is only around 43%. And then the largest winning trade this strategy would have had during this backtest time frame would have been 68, almost 69%, with the largest losing trade of 13, almost 14%. So overall, in my opinion, this strategy would be winning the battle. It certainly needs some improvement, but this is a strategy I basically designed from scratch in a video about a month ago and deployed it to live fire to see how it would actually perform under current market conditions. And so let's jump over to CoinRule and see how it performed for the last 30 days. All right, from my CoinRule trading dashboard, you can see I have a couple live bots, my grid bot, and then the Recon EMA X RSI. That is the bot that actually is utilizing the Tradingview alerts to execute buys and sells. And you can see it is currently up almost 5% over a 30-day period. I deployed it September 6th, and today I believe is October 7th. And so for a 1 month period, the bot has achieved 5% profit. Now, that's not a huge amount of profit, But you have to take into consideration September was a pretty brutal month. You can see back here on their little line chart that the first trade that this bot entered into was an actual loss of about 5%. Now the very next trade actually turned that around, and I was up almost 4% at one point, but the market did turn back over and the bot did close down 1.5%, so it did shave some of the loss of the 5% off to a 1.5% loss. Now the market kind of moved sideways for a while before we got our next signal. That next signal, the market dumped and I was down again around almost 10%. And then the very next trade, we saw another dump, put this bot down 14%. And so in the first 4 trades, I had 1 winner essentially and 3 losers. And with a 43% win rate, that is going to happen. And not a whole lot of people can necessarily stomach those type of losses. However, I can. I'm accustomed to that. And I know that my risk versus reward ratio in the long run will make this bot a winner. And so you can see in the current trade that is live and hasn't closed out yet, it actually started off down and put me down 16%. However, the market has reversed now that we're into October and September's nightmare is essentially over. And so instead of being down here in the red, the current trade has reversed all those losses and is actually up 5%. And so that is essentially a 20% swing in one trade. And that's the strength of this particular strategy. Small losses, a 5% loss, another 5% loss, another 5% loss. I can handle 5% losses all day long as I see these 20% wins. Those 20% wins versus a 5% loss is essentially a 1-to-4 risk versus reward ratio. And I don't have to be right very often. Actually less than 30% of the time, and I will be profitable. So now that September's behind us and October, which is traditionally a better month for crypto, it will be interesting to see the results for this particular bot. So you might want to shoot that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future update videos. Now if we scroll down, you can see the actual sequences of this strategy, and I built it basically if Tradingview signal is buy 500 USD of ETH with my USDT wallet as a market order, and then if Tradingview signal is sell 100% of that coin to my USDT wallet as market order. I have it executing only 9 times. Again, this was a live fire test since it was a new strategy. And so I will continue to monitor this and perhaps make some tweaks over in the actual strategy itself over here in Tradingview. And some of the things I can do to try to change that, if I come over here to the indicator, click on the settings, it will show you the actual inputs, and I could try perhaps raising the RSI level up to say 50 or 55. I could also try to make my fast EMA maybe like say 12 and my slow EMA maybe stay with the 26. There's a whole lot of adjustments I could make, and so I will perhaps give that a shot, but I want to see how this bot runs. And since we had kind of a bearish month in September and perhaps we'll see a bullish month in October, we'll see how that evens out. Now, jumping back over to CoinRule, if we continue to scroll down, you can see the actual trades, the entry price and the exit price. If I click on show more, that will open up all the actual trades from the beginning. And so you can see the first buy order was at $4.99 and I took that loss at $4.73 when it sold. The next trade was actually a win. It bought in at $4.99 and exited at $5.15. So that eliminated some of this loss, but not quite. We were still at a 1.5% loss. And then the next 2 trades, as we mentioned, were losers as well. And right now, the trade that's currently open bought ETH at 3,032, and ETH is currently trading at around 3,600, just over 3,600. So in all likelihood, if we look at the actual chart, this trade, you can see the short EMA is above the long EMA, which is the blue line. And eventually this will roll over. All markets do. Nothing goes straight up. And when that yellow line crosses down below the blue line, I'll exit. And unless we see some kind of freak flash crash, it should capture profit when it does close out the position, as the entry is way back here on this candle. You can see the entry point here is at the 3,000 level. If it was to dump a little now, that yellow line, the short or fast EMA, would cross down through the blue and we would capture some profit. And if I open up my alerts by clicking on the little alarm clock over here, you can see the actual CoinRule alert that I have set. And if I click on edit, it'll show a little more of the details. And so you can see the condition is based on my EMA cross with the RSI, and that's the strategy I created in PineScript. And basically this webhook is what actually sends that alert to CoinRule to then execute the buy or sell on my exchange, which is Binance US. And you can see the message is based on my strategy, and there is a video on the actual configuration of this bot in CoinRule, so I'll drop that in the description down below as well. But right now, this alert is what is actually triggering the buy and sells over here on CoinRule. And so I think that pretty much wraps it up. I just wanted to do a quick video to share with you a profit update for this particular bot, since it was kind of a new strategy over here on CoinRule, using that Tradingview PineScript strategy that I did create myself. And I do want to stress that when I create strategies and show you guys how to create them, it's exactly that. It's how to create your own strategies, not how to copy my strategies. I've had a lot of inquiries for folks asking to just copy and paste my strategy, and I don't recommend that. First of all, you most likely don't have the same risk tolerance that I have, so you should never copy or follow my trades. That will more than likely lead you to doom. Most new traders cannot embrace the suck that I'm willing to take on, and therefore they will tap out early and miss out on any profit. I guarantee you a lot of new traders would have let this run for maybe 2 or 3 trades, been down that 14%, and would have ditched this altogether, only to then eventually miss out on the turnaround because they don't understand how the market actually flows. But hey, that's enough jaw jacking. If you like this video, do me a favor, spike a like. If you want to see more videos like this, then you should shoot that subscribe button. If you have any questions or comments, drop those in the comment section down below. And remember, never send your money into battle without first doing your recon. See you in the next video.